Yeah, it's in it with a 6. I graduated off the fucking strip. Niggas praying that I slips. I'ma empty out the whole clip. I know it make you niggas.
Guys, Simone here, and I'm in my hometown with some very special guests. All right, I got 6enate in the building, Beatty and Addy Mac. What's going on, guys?
What's good?
How are you guys?
Good. We good, man. Chilling.
I love it. I'm excited about this. To be home with you guys, talking about your new project that's coming up. We're gonna get into that later, but first, just for those who don't know, I want you guys to introduce yourselves.
Yo, this Beatty. Half a center with a 6, you know what I'm saying? Up road all day. Pioneer City 1700, the Meadows, what it is. And that's how we rockin'. My nigga Addy, you know what I mean?
It's Addy Mac, half a center with a 6.
So, this is y'all first collab tape, or is this like a new collab tape that y'all got coming out?
Nah, we came into the music together, and we did our first tape probably about 20 years ago, and we just came back together now, you know, with the COVID lockdown and the movement in the industry. We just decided like it'd be a good time to come back out with a project. So we just started working and put something together.
I love that. And in regards to the movement in the industry, you're talking about like real rappers rapping. Because I'm a fan of rappers that actually rap, and that was kind of like a played out thing. But now that it's coming back, you know, with like the Griselda movement and you know, Benny and Freddie Gibbs, like that's hot now. So this is definitely a perfect time. How do you guys feel about, you know, the industry right now?
I like it a lot right now. Just because of, you know, what we're talking about, you know, the whole balance of, you know, what's coming out right now, the new music as well as the hip hop. It's just like a good balance, you know. I like it a lot. I think it's dope.
So being that you guys were in lockdown and quarantine, what kept you guys creative?
Life. I feel like, you know, certain situations you go through during the COVID, you know, having to quarantine, and a lot of people, you know, that didn't have jobs or had to shut down and was financially unstable and had to go through things like that. I mean, just seeing that hurt, and I care about it a lot because I come from an environment where we didn't have anything anyway. So, you know, just to see that is just, it's crazy.
On the same note, like seeing how everybody was dealing with COVID, like it made me count my blessings. Like,
also,
you know, we got all these tools right in front of us, you know, working on other people's music and recording other people's music and stuff like that. So, you know, it's like counting your blessings, being thankful for life and the talent that God gave us. So it's like, let's just get to work.
I feel that. I do. Alright, so 6enate, where did you guys like meet? How did y'all form a group? You guys were both like always rapping on your own and then met? Or,
I came out here from Arizona and when I was 12, and he was one of the first people I met out here. It was like a culture shock for me. And, you know...
Wait, what was the culture shock?
I came out here, you know, I had like Reebok classics. I had pants. I had basketball jersey with suspenders to it. You know, stuff like
whole different swag.
When I came to school the first day, I was way off. You know, I didn't know no better. But you know, I slowly learned, and you know, being with people that I met, you know, I picked it up kind of quickly.
Okay.
And, you know, we've known each other since we were 12, and we've been friends ever since.
Wow. That's fire. So what school, I heard you shout out Pioneer City. What school did you guys go to?
Me Senior. Shout out to me, baby. Brown and gold all day. I don't know what them new colors is.
Yeah, that's dope. I went to meet too, and before I went to meet, I was kind of scared because there's a lot of negativity around me in high school. Like, oh, it's so bad, and they had like these massive riots and stuff like that. You guys have
that's part of the reason it was bad, because that type of shit. You probably, you know, like one of the reasons I got expelled was for starting one of the riots called the East Stampede, whatever. But
you started that.
It was crazy. To make a long story short, we had a fire drill. It was in the middle of the winter. We all had to go outside. You couldn't grab your coats or nothing. We was outside for like 2 hours, and it ended up being a bomb threat. So we thought it was a fire drill. We were out there for 2 hours. Some people that we knew got into a fight in the bleachers. And then when they finally let us back into school, they tried to get us to like stop congregating at the top of the stairwell. And then me, I was like, fuck that. And then started some physical confrontations. And this shit just fuck that. And it, it just moved on from there. But we were young.
The same thing he talking about is the same thing that went on. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It was actually a couple of riots that was in that motherfucker.
It's on Wikipedia if you Google it.
Yeah, it was just crazy.
Wow, yo. Yeah. Back in the day, he was wild.
Motherfucking teacher got trampled over, you know what I'm saying, thrown off the second floor of a, you know what I'm saying, like, it was just crazy.
A teacher got thrown off?
A teacher.
From the stairway?
He was a librarian.
I don't know if he was, I don't know what, I know he was somebody that wasn't us. That motherfucker got fucked up. But no disrespect. I hope he's doing good. But from what I last heard, he was paralyzed. I'm sorry.
Because the nigga died.
I don't even know he died. Yo, bro, I swear to God,
I don't know what happened.
I didn't know. Bro, is this the camera? Bro, see, I didn't know he died. I didn't know he
Nah, yeah. See, this is why when you tell people in county, like, yeah, I go to meet, they be like, oh God, you go to meet? It's like, yo, I don't get it.
Y'all, it wasn't.
Yeah.
For y'all, it wasn't. I don't think it was. Because y'all had cameras in school. And, like,
and also too, like, for even when we were going, I mean, like, it wasn't fucked up. It was just that people, certain shit would happen, and then it would lead to that dumb shit.
Yeah, acting out.
You know what I'm saying?
So what school did you end up going to after me?
So I stayed out of school for 18 months. Well, I had to stay out of school for Anne Arundel County Public Schools for 18 months. I got put out of my home, homeless for a minute, went to stay with my aunt, came back, got an apartment, went back to the Board of Education. They let me go back to Old Mill High School. So I finished in Old Mill. I graduated when I was 20. I finished school. If I can do it, you can do it.
Fact.
Yeah.
That's dope. And you graduated me?
Nah.
No?
I ain't even graduated. Nah, that's not funny though. You know what I'm saying? My situation for real, I was just fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Did a lot of dumb shit in school. You know what I'm saying? But I ended up moving from Pioneer City with my mother. And, because back then, I had some, my mother, she used to struggle a lot. My father, and my mom divorced, you know what I'm saying, when I was a young age. And it was me, my sister, my mother. And she had a hard time, handling things on her own. So we had to end up moving to my brother's house in Glenburn. And we was living there for a little bit. And I ended up getting transferred to Old Mill a little bit before Eddie Mack got there.
And that's what I'm saying. When he was there, we used to come to his classes. We weren't even at Old Mill. Like, that's what I'm saying. We weren't doing shit.
Yo, when I got there, it was a member from 6enate that was already there. One of my brothers, shout out to my man Nelson. You know what I'm saying? He was there, whatever. And we was just out that motherfucker tripping.
Wait, so you guys are the only two in 6enate? There's more?
Yeah, there's actually 4 other members.
It's 6 in 6enate. That's why we put the 6.
6enate. Yeah. Okay, got
it. And that was like our little high school clique that we came together back in the day. We all still family to this day.
I like that. The merch is nice too.
Shout out to my man Marty, Nelson,
Alvin, Reggie,
Boston, Reggie Noble. Yeah, what's up, baby?
So, for those who aren't familiar with Pioneer City, can you tell us like what it is like growing up there?
It's just like any other low income project. It's nothing different. You had your shootings, you had your drug dealing, you had your struggles, you had your crack babies, your crack mothers, your crack fathers. I mean, it ain't no different. I mean, it's the same story. You know what I'm saying? That's why I try not to really promote that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we represent Up Road all day, but we gotta represent it in a positive light, you know what I'm saying? So we in here doing what we doing, and shout out to Up Road, man. That's it. I mean, it's nothing different from anywhere else. You feel me? When it get crazy, it get crazy. When it's cool, it's cool.
So where you guys staying now? You in Baltimore? You in Annapolis? Where you guys at?
I'm in Seven still.
Okay.
I'm in Seven still.
So you're in Baltimore. I know Baltimore got the new youngest black mayor ever. So I wanted to ask Brandon Scott. Yes. Is there anything that you want to see, done differently and changed in the area?
I mean, I feel like, he was the head of the city council for a while, so he's been in position to do things. I haven't really seen much in my neighborhood, so hopefully with this position, and I don't know what, I know it's COVID and everything, so I don't know like what he's actually able to pull off right now, but I would like to see economic growth, and where I live is, it's a lot of people out there with no opportunities. I see a lot, it's a lot of everything you see in the city, you know what I mean? But I feel like we need to focus on like getting money into these kids' hands and showing them that they can like actually do things with their life, you know what I mean? Like, it has a really bad reputation. I've been there for years. I bought my house in Baltimore City, and one of the reasons I did that because it's so fucked up that it's affordable. You know what I mean? Where I actually bought the house and the land that I live on. You know what I mean? So it's, I would like to see improvement. I don't know what Brandon, I don't know what he can actually do per se, but I would like to just see some economic development. Some of these things.
So you mentioned there not being like a lot of opportunities for the kids in Baltimore, but musically, I feel like in Maryland there's just not a lot of like opportunities for us to showcase ourselves.
Not when you come to sound control. Like if you come here, like my main thing was trying to turn this into the Motown of the DC. You know what I mean? Like actually all of us, our culture coming together. It ain't no, let's not work against each other. I'm not competing with you. To be honest, I didn't know how to engineer until 2 years ago when we opened the studio. I was faking it. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew how to record my own. I knew how to like record rough vocals, but I just opened the studio, but I was never on some competitions. So I like the best engineer in the area, Saul Real, came to me one day and was looking for a spot to do some work. And it's like, that's exactly what I was trying to do.
Shout out to Saul.
Shout out to Saul Real, you know what I mean?
Go follow that man at Blind Hearted Saul Real. Blind Hearted Saul Real. SAUL Real.
You see the merch.
Like
See the merch. Check out the last video we did. I got the merch in the video too. Atlanta, they can come, or it seems like they can come together for business. So with us out here, it's like, I'm trying to follow patterns that work. You know what I mean? Like that's a pattern that works. And I know a lot of people. I've been out here for 20, 30 years. I know a lot of people in the DC, PG, Baltimore. Yeah. All the Anne County, Laurel, everywhere.
Whole DMV, shout out the whole DMV.
So I have God put us in position to actually, try to bring the greatest minds in the area under one roof, and that's what we're trying to do.
Hey, look, I'm gonna say this one thing, like, the way I came up, like I'm a barber, like I'm a rapper, I'm an artist. But my day-to-day is being a barber, and I'm the dopest fucking barber in Maryland, the DMV. So, you know what I'm saying? Holla at us, you feel me? But Rose Barbershop, you feel me? 8 North Crane Highway, Ritchie Highway.
21061.
21061, nigga. Sandy Mac and Bay. But like I said, when it come to this music shit, you feel me? Addie Mac was the person that, made this shit really what it. Look, y'all may feel like, why you look. I know what it is. I'm just keeping it 100. You feel me? Like I'm only gonna be who I am on this camera. Addy Mac is the man. You feel me? He made that shit. He made all this shit happen. You feel me? I was just a nigga trying to make it. You feel me? With kids and a family and shit. Didn't know where to go. And he knew I love rap. We was doing this shit together. This my brother right here. I don't give a fuck.
Had the vision.
Yeah.
Kept pursuing.
This is brother all day. That's just what it is.
Let's get into the music. Saw you guys out in Miami, living life.
I put a little clip out, and it's like
on your Instagram.
On my Instagram.
With the shorty and
yo, shout out to Tori Sweetheart. Yo, that video clip is, I know, it's making a lot.
Doing numbers for you guys.
Shit's his story. You know what I'm saying? Like,
my man coming from LA, he was like, damn, I see you doing soft porn now.
How was the Miami trip? Was it good?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
shit was dope.
Yeah. We went, so you talking about the second video we shot. We also, our first single was Overdose.
Okay.
We shot that in Beverly Hills. And this was my nigga's first time on a plane.
On a plane and in California.
Yeah, for
Wow.
They'll let you know, nigga. Nigga from the mud. You feel me? Whole 100 though.
Yeah,
But you know what I'm saying? Nigga did what he did. My brother had that vision. I said, fuck it, because I stacked my bread. You feel me? That's just what we did.
So how was LA? You plan on going
That
back?
shit was fire.
Yeah.
That shit was fire. It was crazy because when we went, it was during the wildfires. When the motherfucker had the party, the gender reveal party. And however that shit happened, however that shit happened, it happened. And then we were fucking driving to San Bernardino to see. Shout out to my nigga Joe Martin Thomas. Follow that man. You feel me? Yo, he lived in San Bernardino, and while we were riding, I was like, yo, I seen this orange glare and shit in the backdrop of the highway. And I said, what the fuck is this? And then that's when I remembered when you talked about it, and I was like, yo, that's the wow. That shit was dope to me. That shit was dope. Not in the sense of, I didn't want niggas to get fucked, but yo, just being able to see that shit, being able to fucking go on the other side of the country. To me, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it's a blessing.
That's just a big deal. But that's it.
So they LA, Miami. Where's the next video being shot? And then
Vegas.
Yeah.
Who you calling up this time?
I mean, like, I'm trying to, like, well, for what we trying to do, honestly, I've been, and this is, I love the Ravens. Everybody knows me, knows I love football. I love Baltimore Ravens. And, like, to be honest, like, I learned a lot from John Harbaugh. Like, I watch how he manages grown-ass men. You know what I mean? So, like, it gives me knowledge on the subject. So, even with, like, you was talking about earlier with the whole, how hip-hop's kind of shifting back towards, the Ravens do that with the run game. Like, while everybody's doing the pass game, the Ravens are like, nah, fuck that. We got Lamar Jackson. We got the dopest run game in NFL history. While everybody going right, we going left. I feel like that's what weird, I feel like, shout out to Griselda and niggas like that. That's what they did. They're like, fuck what, going right. Everybody's going right. Everybody in the video doing this. Everybody in the video, everybody's shit look the same.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter what the name of the artist is, it look the same. You know what I mean? It sound the same. It sound the same. Cool. But there's also another lane you can go left.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's what, like I look at John Harbaugh when I see him speak, and how he says basically the same shit. Like, yo, we gonna go left. That's what we doing. You talking all, you say what you say about Lamar Jackson, but look at the stats, look at the numbers, look at all this, look at all that. So I feel like we're doing I feel like we're trying to do something similar to that, you know, and I feel like we're gonna be successful, yo, because like at the end of the day, that's what we came up with. You know, we didn't come up in a new generation, so like that's what we came up with. That's what that's what is true to our hearts. That's what's gonna make us the most successful. And I feel like timing has a lot to do with it, and we're in a good position right now to be successful.
Yeah.
I love
Winning. That's what it's called.
Definitely. So what features can we expect on this project?
Yo, shout out to Wu-Tang,
Capadonna. Shout out to Wu-Tang Clan, Capadonna, the original 9, all the affiliates.
Yo,
shout out, man.
I'm gonna shout out Capadonna, yo, like I something we ain't talk about. Like I did management, road management. You know, I did a lot of.
You wore all the hats.
I did a lot of industry stuff, trying to get visible and learn and everything. And you know, people fuck with me. They trust me. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to get indoors and get into situations. But what Capadonna did was he looked at me for the talent I had in the music. And Capadonna motivated, also put us in position. You know, I produced his whole last album. You know, he put me in position like, yeah, like, yo, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hear what you can do. Let's do this. He gave me a shot with that. I feel like I knocked it out the park. And you know, for this interview though, it's gonna be a Capadonna and Beatty and Addy Mac album coming soon. You know, that's something we're working on now.
No way.
Yes, sir. Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely.
Man, that's tough.
Yeah. So he's featured on it. Yeah, we working on songs now.
I love that.
So he's featured on the album, and that's it.
Only feature.
It's only feature.
That's one hell of a feature.
Yeah. So back to your original question. Yeah, he's the only feature on the album. And it's gonna, you know, if you love hip hop, if you love rap, like if you love like, you know, sample beats, if you don't want, you know, whatever you know, if you like hip hop, you gonna like the album. That's what
I love that. Okay, cool. So when is the project dropping? When's Overdose dropping? What can we expect? Music videos, everything.
Yep, the album's almost finished. So as soon as it gets finished, we're gonna drop it. Like
2021 is coming out.
It's coming 2021. Yeah. Don't have an exact release date. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, don't have an exact release date. You know, the single is online at 6enate.com, 6enate.com. Send it with a 6. You can get the single. We got our merch up there. You can get beanie hats, jackets, t-shirts, face masks, or whatever. Or the single support. Independence. You know, I'm not going through Tidal and Apple Music yet. Everybody come to the website. You know,
www.6enate.com.
Yes,
6enate. Number 6enate.com.
And it's important for all you artists out there, keep your money. Don't make money for making money for other people, yo. Like, push people to your website, build your brand, and make your own money, yo. That's what we did here.
Gems.
That's what we did. Yeah. They know you don't need a label nowadays. Who needs a label? You know, you don't need a label. It took me 15 minutes to open up a Van Zuber website, get my merch in line. I paid for, we paid for a logo design, get your merch ready, put your website up, send people to your website, and then also put it online for streaming because it's easy for people to stream. But but push your website, push your brand.
See, you dropping mad gems. If y'all don't already, make sure y'all follow them on the gram. What's y'all gram so they can follow?
There's Addy_Mac, ADDIE_MAK.
At Big Beatty, BIGBAYTEY. Make sure y'all follow the both of us. We got the single out, Overdose, Addy Mac Beatty, send it with a 6.
Yes, sir.
And this is what it is.
And shout out to Nala.
The Pretty Tomboy, you know what I mean?
Alright, thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, peace.
And the Cuban link back then. Not a dollar to our name, we was all back then. But we was ready for the ride though, all strapped in. Started changing up my bravado once I copped the Movado.